Hello and welcome to 31 Days of Craftoween. It's day 22 and boy have I got an idea. My mind has been consumed with this particular thing for hours now. But before we get into that, let's pull from our Nightmare Before Christmas Advent Calendar. Okay, it's another 0 and this one's glittery. Can you see the sparkle? Oh, cute. It's usually at this point that I consult the prompts list and go over what I'm going to be including. And I'm not going to do that today. I'm also not going to tell you what my idea is that's consumed me for hours. And you're just going to have to find out as I go. I'm also not going to narrate. I am so consumed. I keep saying that word, but it is the perfect word for my state of mind right now with this concept that I need to give it laser focus. So I will do my best to show you everything as I work, and I will try to come back in the end and explain. Let's see if you can figure out what I'm doing before I tell you. You might be thinking that I'm absolutely bonkers and that none of this stuff works together, but I promise you it does. The next three things are actually the last three things I'm going to be doing on this page, and they will completely give it away. At least I think they will. Let's see what happens. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. So, this page is all about Bohemian Rhapsody, written by Freddie Mercury, the most beautiful singer I've ever heard in my life. I wish that he was still around. It's heartbreaking that he is not. Everything on this has something to do with either Bohemian Rhapsody or Freddie or both. We're going to walk through these. I picked this out because out of all of my Tim Holtz like photos and things like this looked most like a poor boy from a poor family. This, of course, says Queen here. This is Galileo. We have the wind blowing, shivers down my spine. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. On this pop-out card, we have the iconic silhouette of Freddie with his microphone. This sticker has the Big Ben because he is, of course, from England, and there's a crown. This is a little boy and his mama, and the song says mama many times, and so I wanted to have something to represent that. This down here is Carry On. There's a great line in here about carry on, as if nothing really matters. This here is a mirror, and it's representative of the line, gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. What makes us face the truth more than a mirror? I'm going to come back to this thought here in a minute. This says, kisses are a better fate than wisdom. This quote, no one ever related to the band, as far as I know, said this. It was just something that I thought Freddie would approve of. It was on a beautiful sticker that I saw, and I thought, you know what? He often kissed people without wisdom, so perhaps he would approve of that sentiment. On the journaling card, of course, I had to put some black lace. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous print. I actually bought a digital download of this print because it's so beautiful. And it is, the title of the print was Freddie Mercury Live Aid. I don't know if this actually was from Live Aid because that's not the outfit that he wore at Live Aid, so it must not be. But it's still a gorgeous picture of him. On the back, I used some rub-ons and I put Beautiful Dream. There's nothing really in the song to express that like everything's a dream. However, there are a couple of lines like, I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Now I've gone and thrown it all away. It makes me think that he wishes his life was a dream right then. And Beautiful, of course, like, is just Freddie. This is a little devil from the part that says, Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me. So we've got a lot of bits that are from random lines in the song, but I thought that I could visually represent. This also, there is a line about, I see a little silhouette of a man. So that goes with the line as well, as just being Freddie. All right, I said I was going to come back to this mirror idea and facing the truth. Jim Hutton, who was Freddie's life partner at the end of his life, he gave an interview, and he said, I'm going to read exactly what he said. You were right about Bohemian Rhapsody. Freddie was never going to admit it publicly, of course, because he always had to carry on the charade about being straight for his family, but we did discuss it on numerous occasions. Bohemian Rhapsody was Freddie's confessional. It was about how different his life could have been and how much happier he might have been had he just been able to be himself, the whole of himself. The world heard this song as a masterpiece of imagination, a great command of musical styles. It was this remarkable tapestry. It was so intricate and had so many layers, but the message, if hidden, was simple. Just as the management, the band, all of us in his life never admitted that Freddie was even ill, not until the day before he died, because it was his business. He felt the same about this song. I think that's a beautiful quote, and it brings me a different perspective and thing to think about when I hear the song. It is, I always tell my students this, like, this is the greatest rock song of all time. And that's my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. And you might be asking yourselves, okay, what does Freddie Mercury or Bohemian Rhapsody or Queen have to do with Halloween? I don't know. But when I was thinking about what to make for this spread, I was actually in the shower and I was singing Bohemian Rhapsody, and it just hit me like, you need to make a page about this. And I did. So I'm going to be adding a couple of other things to the pocket. I'm going to slide a small copy of the lyrics to the song in there, as well as the quote from Jim Hutton. And I just want to have like a place to keep those beautiful words. Okay, so I had originally wrapped up this video, but I decided to come back in and show you a couple of things that I added and made changes to. I decided that I hated that sticker that I had put up there, so I covered it with some black washi and then some grid washi, and in tiny letters I wrote "Nothing really matters." I also added some grid washi here and here to form an irregular triangle. And then with the journaling cards, I showed you this one already, and then I have this one with the quote from Jim Hutton that I read to you. And then on the back side we have a smaller version of that picture. Again, I did purchase it, so I'm able to do that. And I printed out the lyrics in a tiny version to Bohemian Rhapsody. Oops. And I also found a free version of the sheet music, and I made this little tiny booklet of the sheet music to that song as well. So all three of these things can now go into this pocket. While I've been working today, I've been watching the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, which is awesome, and they're just about to the Live Aid part. So now I'm really going to wrap this up and let you all go have a wonderful, magical, and spooky day. Happy crafting. Adios.